2025 could bring some shocking changes. Imagine a powerful dragon reshaping global power, humans communicating mind to mind through telepathy, and Europe facing a future with drastically fewer people. Baba Vanga's predictions are eerie, but are they right? These are Dark Baba Vanga predictions for 2025. Now, I don't think Baba Vanga had a thing for mythological creatures, but she did tell of a, quote, dragon rising to power in the world. Not the scaly, fire-breathing kind, though. The dragon she was describing was much more metaphorical. Many believe this supposed dragon represents a powerful alliance between three countries: Russia, India, and China. Baba Vanga spoke of a force that would unite these nations, creating a powerful bloc that could dominate the world. With Russia's land and military strength, India's growing tech industry, and China's economic power, it's easy to see how an alliance between them could cause quite a ripple effect. Baba Vanga didn't get into specifics about what this would mean for the world, but you can imagine it could lead to some pretty major shifts in power. If this dragon rises, expect some big geopolitical drama on the horizon. Could this be the precursor to a third world war? Vanga hinted at the possibility of major global conflict in 2025, and if this dragon rises as she predicted, we may be looking at heightened tensions and struggles for global dominance. Now, when you've got big countries uniting like this, other world powers may feel threatened. Vanga predicted that the rise of this dragon would lead to major global conflicts. Fun. You know what? Hey, it's a tradition around here. We reign in the new year by talking about all the ways it may be one of the last. And in this case, you can pretty much guarantee that when a big new power alliance emerges, the existing power players aren't just gonna sit back and watch. Think about it. Back in the day when the Soviet Union started getting stronger, the world held its breath, waiting for the potential fallout. Same with China and Russia today. Tensions have been building for years. So when you throw in a huge alliance that challenges the established order, things are bound to get tense. Think proxy wars, cyber warfare, and maybe even full-on military confrontations. Vanga basically saw the dragon's rise as a precursor to all kinds of international struggles, especially when the new powers start flexing their muscle and threatening to shift the balance too much. Then there's the whole issue of Europe. Vanga saw Europe's population shrinking as a result of a series of very unfortunate events, likely a result of the aforementioned international struggles. She was not just talking about a drop in birth rates. Baba predicted a massive exodus, thanks to all the chaos that would come from wars and conflict. As countries get more aggressive and tensions rise, people are gonna have to pack up and leave. Refugees from destroyed cities and displaced people would flood out of Europe looking for safety elsewhere. Supposedly, entire cities could become ghost towns. If this happens, Europe could eventually end up being sparsely populated compared to other places, and it'd be hard to recover from that level of disruption. 2025 and onward is apparently not going to be happy times for the continent, according to Baba Vanga. Alright, let's get into something less depressing but still wild: human telepathy. Quite a bold claim, but supposedly she predicted World War II and the Chernobyl disaster and a whole other list of things. Vanga said that by 2025 humans could develop the ability to communicate telepathically, so mind to mind. No more texting, zooming, or phone calling. For the last 120 people on the planet who still call each other on the phone, you could just send thoughts directly into someone else's head. Now, this sounds pretty fantastical, but is it really? There are elements of this already. Elon Musk's company Neuralink, for example, is working on brain-computer interfaces that let people control technology with their minds. They've got this implant that's able to allow people to control computer cursors, play video games, and even do 3D design all with their brains. They've done this with real people now, 3 in total, and they're planning more implants over the course of the year. It's not exactly telepathy, but it's getting close. If we can connect directly to machines, is it really that much of a stretch to think that someday we'll be able to connect to other people's minds as well? Baba Vanga predicted that 2025 would be the year we make huge leaps in lab-grown organs. No more waiting for organ donors or worrying about finding a match. Instead, scientists will be able to grow organs in labs and deliver them to people who need them. Lab-grown kidneys, hearts, lungs, whatever you need. Now, we're not quite there yet, but we're pretty close. Think about it. We've already grown the things like skin and BLOO 5D vessels in labs, and researchers are making big strides in the organ-growing department as well. Imagine a future where you could just get a new organ, like a fresh replacement for your liver or your kidneys, grown just for you and ready to go. This kind of breakthrough could change everything about healthcare and life expectancy. We could see people living longer, healthier lives. Some experts are even saying we could push life expectancy past 120 years if this technology takes off. Now let's get into the really out there stuff though. Baba Vanga also predicted that by 2025 humanity would make contact with extraterrestrial life. Some say we've already made contact. Look at all the UAPs hovering over New Jersey the last couple months. We got a video on that. Check that out on the channel after this one. But what I'm really saying here is that it'll be definitive, 100% confirmed contact on a large scale. Now before you start picturing little green men standing in your backyard, just take a step back. Vanga didn't give much detail on how this would go down. She did say it could cause a, quote, global crisis or apocalypse. Key word there though is could. I think we already assume that aliens showing up could cause a bit of a problem, but I mean, maybe not. The really odd detail about this prediction is that apparently these extraterrestrials are set to introduce themselves to us during a major sporting event. So maybe this year, instead of just waiting for the Super Bowl commercials, I'll actually make my father proud for once and tune into the whole game. Alright, back to the destruction though. Baba Vanga saw a lot of it coming our way, in the form of not just international conflict, but natural disasters. Massive ones, like eruptions of dormant volcanoes, huge floods, earthquakes, especially along the US West Coast. Pretty much all our brains are going to the same place right now. California. Wildfires have been absolutely devastating and the death toll is rising. Now, some are saying there could be arson involved here. Apparently people have been accused, but at this point we really don't know for sure. I don't want to focus on this too much here, just had to mention that it is going on. All these disasters, especially the big ones Vanga was predicting, could lead to something worse, an environmental meltdown on a massive scale. Imagine the Earth getting hit with massive floods, more wildfires, and earthquakes all at once. It would make our current problems look like a walk in the park. Rising seas, extreme weather, widespread destruction, everything could be in chaos. And let's face it, with experts saying climate change is already making natural disasters more frequent and intense, this kind of environmental collapse feels pretty plausible. Whole ecosystems could collapse, and it might become harder and harder for humanity to survive in areas that get hit hardest. But hey, it's not all doom and gloom. Baba Vanga also saw a big breakthrough coming in the form of energy. She predicted that by 2025, scientists would discover some kind of new energy source, something clean, limitless, and unlike anything we've ever seen before. This could change everything. No more reliance on fossil fuels, no more energy crisis. Think about it, a world where we have unlimited clean energy powering everything from homes to spaceships? Makes me wonder if those aliens showing up during the Super Bowl halftime show may have a little gift for us. Maybe we'll come up with something ourselves though, a scientific miracle if you will. Either way, this discovery could be the key to solving a lot of our problems, and it might even help save the planet from the environmental chaos Baba Vanga saw coming as well. Finally though, Baba Vanga made a pretty chilling prediction about the future of technology, specifically around artificial intelligence and automation. She predicted that by 2025, AI would reach a level where it could significantly disrupt human society, potentially even leading to the replacement of many human jobs, as if that hasn't happened already. This prediction is, of course, very relevant today, as we see AI and automation technology evolving at a rate we just don't seem equipped to keep up with. We're already seeing AI being used in everything from customer service to advanced research and even creative fields like writing and art generation. What Vanga predicted is that the rise of machines capable of doing work once done by humans would have a big effect on society. As machines become more sophisticated, human workers will find themselves displaced in industries like manufacturing, retail, even healthcare. Imagine robots performing surgeries, running entire factories, leaving human workers out of jobs. This could lead to widespread economic collapse and social unrest. Point is, Vanga's prediction about AI taking over human roles isn't too far off from the reality that we're heading into. We could see entire industries transformed in just a few years. With all that said, I've been your host, James, and I'll catch you, yes, you specifically, in the next video.